want to talk to you today about fit, trainer fit. This is an important topic because there's a lot of dog trainers out there and some of them are just not going to be a good fit for you. Yes, you're so good. And so if you get yourself in a situation where you just don't feel comfortable with the trainer or their approach to working with dogs, let me know when you're done. Thank you, Mr. Slurpee. It's perfectly fine to say, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this. This isn't a good fit for me. I had this happen to me the other day. The husband made an appointment for the dog that was showing some aggression to visitors and a child. And so I showed up and it became very clear right out the gate that the wife wasn't very comfortable with me. And so, I tried to kind of explain my approach, and the longer the lesson went, the more kind of closed off and anxious this other person became. You meet somebody, you remind them of their ex-boyfriend, their critical mother, whatever is going on, it's about that person and their stuff and their baggage and their hang-ups. So don't take it personal if you're the trainer, but also if you're the client and you don't feel comfortable with a trainer, that's okay too. It's just important to acknowledge that because you have to be a good team. You have to like and trust and have faith in your instructor, in your trainer, their way of doing things. Because if you don't, your dog is going to pick up on that uncertain energy, even that anxious energy, and it will create problems. In my case, with the client where the husband made the appointment and the wife just didn't seem to feel comfortable with me, her uncertainty undermined what we were trying to do, because the more nervous she became, the more fear the dog picked up on, and it started moving into an aggressive protective role, feeling like it had to protect her, the owner, the wife, from me. And that's fine if the owner acknowledges it and is willing to do what's necessary, but at a certain point, the gal just shut down and said, I'd like to end this session. And so, no harm, no foul to her. She wasn't feeling comfortable, but I just acknowledge from the get-go, you have to have buy-in from everybody. If you're a married couple, you both have to be on board with the trainer. It's kind of like people coming to therapy. You can't have one person who shows up and says, okay, I really want to work on our relationship, and the other person says, well, I'm just here because my partner made me. If they don't see that there's a problem or something that could be worked on, you're gonna have a real hard time making any progress. So for the instructors out there, for the trainers out there, you can't help people who don't want to be helped. And for the potential clients out there, just know it's okay to acknowledge, hey, I'm not feeling comfortable here. I'm not really feeling good about your approach. And I think we'd like to go a different direction. Can you provide us a referral? And so I wound up providing them a referral. It's a pretty crummy feeling when you can feel the tension in the room that this person doesn't trust you. They're not really buying in. It's going to be an uphill swim, and it's not going to be successful for anybody, least of all the dog, because that owner has to follow through with the training with the dog after you go home. What I'm not going to do is get into this like, oh, my dog growled at somebody and so they must be a bad person. I'm like, no, dogs are territorial pack animals. Warlords and drug dealers own dogs, right? So it's just a matter of that dog is reacting to fear in the room, and potentially it's their owner's fear or anxiety or insecurity. And if that isn't addressed, you're not going to get anywhere. It's like Cesar Millan says, I train people and I rehabilitate dogs. And if you come across a client who does not want to be trained, does not have a teachable attitude, quit right there. Just say, hey, I don't think this is going to be a good fit, and here's a couple referrals to other folks in the area who could maybe help you out. Don't waste your time and don't feel bad about it. You're not meant to help everybody, and not every trainer is the right fit for you, whether that's personality or approach style. All right, have a great day, guys. never pull for the ball, right? Because the dog will clamp down. He's fixated on squirrels right now. Instead, place your hand on the ball and say, mine, and he'll let go because you're claiming it. As the pack leader, you put your hand on something and claim it, right? In the animal kingdom, a wolf leader, an alpha, would put his mouth on something and say, this is mine. And a lower status wolf would let go of it. Okay, so he grabs it. Once again, I don't pull for it because he'll clamp down. I put my hand on it and I say in a firm, authoritative voice, mine. And he lets it go.